students, let us begin today's session. Today we will be discussing about note making. So, with the name itself you can understand what exactly I mean to say. Note making is not writing down or jotting down the entire concept. It is the kind of thing that where you are supposed to note down precisely the matter. That means it is not, I am not talking about summary. Here you will have to take down some points which will further help you to retrieve the entire concept. Okay, so whatever you feel that is essential component of the matter or the text or of a story or even of some theory, right, you can take down all those important crucial points as a note. So, further you can in the future you can synthesize, you can analyze, so you can retrieve the entire concept, right. So, this is called a note making, right. So, here almost all the time in the second PU, what we do, we learn, it's a flow chart. Flow chart doesn't mean that note making, that means you won't get the entire concept of note making if you think that note is equally good as a flow chart. It's not like that. It is, flow chart is a process to note down or to take down all the important, all the essential points or essential components of the matter, right. Now, note making, that means here you can see that when we listen a talk or read or text, it is not easy to recall the whole content afterwards, because it retains for some moment or a day max to max, then we forget. So, how to remember those matters, right. So, here you can see that to locate, identify the main points. So, even if you are taking a running note, right, so by that time it may not be possible for you to take down the entire thing whatever the teacher has said. So, you can jot down, maybe you are doing all these things, right. So, this are the kind of that you will have to jot down all the points and sub points related to the main points, right, which will give you a good help for processing the matter. Okay. So, you can retrieve afterwards the entire thought, entire concept. So, the key thoughts help us to recall, to retrieve what already been said, right. Now, see, the next I would like to tell you that it is a kind of you need to be selective and you need to identify which are the key concept or key ideas, right. Then you will have to organize your ideas which will further connect you to the matter, right. And when you are processing afterwards, you will have to organize your ideas, your content, and then you can plan and restructure the entire thing. So, this will be a kind of retrieving the entire matter, right. So, what we are exactly doing here, that the matter is given to us from that entire concept or from that passage, we take down few important concepts, that is few important points in a form of flowchart, right. Okay. Let us go to the next slide. See how to manage to write or to attain note making. read and comprehend. That means the concept given to you in the form of a paragraph. This is related to your study for PU, right? So, otherwise I will like to say that you listen or you read the entire concept from where you can take down few points. Okay. So, here read and comprehend, then identify the main and the sub points. So, here we will solve one question related to note making. I will show you which is the main point and which are the sub points related to the main points, right. So, here you are supposed to attend the flow chart, and it is comparatively easy way, but in other boards if you see, that is you will have to take down the points and kind of symbols, abbreviations, all you will have to that all these concepts are very supportive for note making, but here I am not going with that concept because it does not relate us to our need, immediate need. Okay. So, here the identify the main point and the sub points, that I am talking about this main points and sub points. So, I have mentioned few things related to main points and sub points. Okay. Then that means when you are taking down, that is say the key points, say a name, say few ideas. So, it triggers to make you the notes more memorable. Got it? So, these are called the points. Okay. And how you will take down all the points, where you will take down all the points, that is write down in a precise manner the selected points in a linear, okay, that is in a linear form, that is one after the other on a line or on a notepad, or the third option here you can see it is a flow chart, right. So, linear, notepad or flow chart, anywhere. So, here our concern will be flow chart, fine. In examination, cautiously read and pick up the points, right. You will have to draw the flow chart. So, it will be a real help to you for understanding the matter, and the who is evaluating your paper, that will be a very good support for them even, and this is a norm, right. So, you will have to ensure your marks by drawing the flow chart. Okay. That means drawing the flow chart, you will have 8 options, 8 points. Main points will be given, will be provided by the paper setter, and you will have to write the sub points, right. And while you are writing the sub points, what we expect that the entire flow chart should be drawn and the points should be mentioned. From there you will have to come down, you will have to further classify the sub points, right. So, cautiously read and pick up the points, compulsorily draw the diagram. So, this one many a times I have seen that you prefer to write down the number, that means 1 to 8, and then you write the answer. So, it will not fetch your mark, student. So, compulsorily you will have to draw the diagram, right. Then fill the keywords in the specified boxes. So, you need to be selective, it is easy to understand, right, but the problem arises when you feel that yes, you are overconfident, right, that is kind of you skip some ideas or you are in a hurry, then you do not pay the needed attention to this paragraph. Okay. So, even when I have discussed the question paper style and the time management, I told you how much time you need to allot for note making. Okay. So, I am going to the next slide, students. See, some 5 years ago, this is an example, right? You can see some 5 years ago, three enthusiastic bikers set out from Bangalore to circumnavigate the country and have successfully returned to Garden City recently. Bharat Parikrama was the voyage undertaken by Dinesh Reddy, director or uh, director of Nutrient Confectionery, Navroz, contractor, a cinematographer, and Hari Kumar, a professional artist, set out to tour India. So, few things what we understand, see the key points we will have to remember here. It is some 5 years ago, three enthusiastic bikers. So, what for they set out? They set out for circumnavigate the country. Okay. So, successfully returned to Garden City recently. Now, Bharat Parikrama is one of the keyword. It was the voyage undertaken by whom? These are the keywords: Dinesh Reddy, then Navroz, and then Hari Kumar. Okay. A professional artist set out to tour India on their two-wheelers, right? So, two-wheelers even it will have to focus on. Then, however, this passionate bike riders were accompanied by cameraman, mechanic, and cinematographer. Fine. So, how many points we have found here, student? That is Dinesh Reddy is the first point, right? You can see this one, because next slide I will be showing you the flow chart where you can do it, the answer you can fill it on your own. So, the first point I have given you, this is Bharat Parikrama, right. So, if need be, you can write down all these points all together. So, the next slide it will be helpful for you. Who who were the participant? The name of the participants even it is important. It Dinesh Reddy, then Navroz, and the last one is Hari Kumar, the cinematographer. Okay. And along with them, this is another point I am giving you, it is on their two-wheelers. This is important point, two-wheelers. Okay. So, next is accompanied by whom? A cameraman, mechanic, and cinematographer. So, cameraman you can write down, right, and then the next is mechanic, right, and the third is cinematographer. I am going slow, so you can write down, okay, cinematographer, fine. And then the team left Bangalore on September 25th. So, September 25th even it is important, right, September 25th, November, okay, that is even important. Then November September 25th and returned on November 28th. Okay, November 28th, that is the returning date. Then another point, as I feel it is important, after riding nearly 16,000 kilometer, okay, yes, okay, then 16,000 kilometer, right. The Parikrama team virtually touched the nook and corner of the sun continent on their bikes on 52 days, even 52 days, that is important, student. Okay. So, let us once revise. Some 5 years ago, three enthusiastic bikers set out from Bangalore to circumnavigate the country and have successfully returned to Garden City recently. Bharat Parikrama was the voyage undertaken by Dinesh Reddy, Navroz, and Hari Kumar. A professional artist set out to tour on their two-wheelers. However, these passionate bike riders were accompanied by a cameraman, mechanic, and cinematographer in a jeep. The team left Bangalore on September 25th and returned on November 20th. So, September 25th and November 20th, these two are important. After riding nearly 16,000 kilometers, the Parikrama team virtually touched the nook and corner of the sun continent on their bikes in 52 days. So, are you ready? Shall we begin the next where we cannot afford to lose even half a mark? Okay. So, with this I want to close today's topic. Okay. So, have a good day ahead. Thank you.